Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now this morning I've just received a comment off a video I made last April, and the video was of these two plants. One's a Phragmipedium grande and the other one is a Prince Edward of York. And at that time I had just received a lovely present from my very good friend Valerie in Florida, who sent me some very large perlite, if you remember, and I repotted these two plants, and I said we'll have a look what they're like in another 6 or 12 months time. Well, it's about 7 months now, so I thought it's about time we had a look at them and see if the large perlite has made any difference whatsoever. Now, I've had a terrible year all year with my plants for some reason, plenty of marks on the leaves and everything like that. And I always put it down to having a very cold April and May when it was absolutely freezing. And anyhow, if you remember, these two plants, especially the grande, had very few roots, but 2 or 3 new root tips growing, so we'll see what that's like. And the Paphiopedilum Prince Edward of York had a decent root system, but with no new growths. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at them individually and see what difference 6 months has made. Well, the first one is the Prince Edward of York. So we'll have a look at this one. It feels quite firm in the pot and it's got some nice growth. It's lost a leaf down here that went brown, but that's, excuse me, that's absolutely normal. And it's putting up another new growth in the middle here. So we'll just have a quick look at this. They were all watered this morning with just plain old water. So, I'm not going to disturb them too much. We'll see what difference 6 months has made. As I said, I've just watered these this morning, so well, there's not a lot of difference in this. No new root growth. So I'll just trim them up a little bit and have another look at them. Well, I had a few soft roots on this one, so it looks like I've been guilty of overwatering it a little bit. But what roots are left, and there's plenty of them, are rock hard. So what I propose to do, I'm using the same tub there, same pot. I've got some brand new mix here, exactly the same, of sort of a medium sized, well, it's the best one I can get these days here. We can't get any of the large stuff yet. And I've put some of that large perlite in, and what I propose to do is sprinkle some of this in. If you can read it. Fish blood and bone meal. And there it is. Just a natural ingredient and fertiliser. So if you look it up on the web, it'll tell you what the formula is for this one. Just look up fish blood and bone and it'll tell you exactly. I can't just tell you what it is offhand, but I think there's a very high percentage of potassium in it. So we'll just get a teaspoonful of this, sprinkle it over and get it well mixed in. And that should last it for, at least another 6 months. So every time I water now, it'll just be with RO water. 1, 2, 3. Oh, mix it all together, make sure the fish blood and bone gets well mixed in. And then we'll pot it up. Don't put any moss in either. As you know, I don't like moss. If I go back here, I might be able to see it better. And when I've looked at the Fragmipedium, I'll probably do the same thing. Get this to the right depth if I can. Yep, I think that will do it. Make sure all the gaps are filled up. There we are, that's the Prince Edward of York. And the roots are absolutely wet through. So I'll leave this a couple of days. Although the bark's dry, I'll leave it for a couple of days just to make sure the roots are drying out just that little bit. Right, we'll have a look at the Fragmipedium now. Now this was just a single plant that looked quite nice, looking aged now, and it had one new growth on it, but now it's got two. So I'm hoping these roots are much better in here, because you can't really overwater these. Oh, that's dreadful. Now what I propose to do with this Fragmipedium is plant it in nothing but bark. Well, I'll just give this new bark a bit of a spray so it'll hold the fish blood and bone properly. We'll sprinkle this with about a teaspoonful. There we are, that's enough. We'll mix it all together. And we'll get the plant potted up. We'll mix it all together. And we'll get the plant potted up. Make sure it's at the right depth, because if you're potting Paphiopedilums up, you keep where the leaves just start being green, you keep that just underneath the bark. And with Fragmipediums, well, I do anyhow, I keep the sort of the roots growth just above the median. I'm going to need some more bark here. Whoopsie daisy. Well, I've got some fresh bark, so we'll just finish potting this one up. Make sure it's at the right depth. This might need staking. Oh, it's alright, it's sitting up, but it's a little bit wobbly. And you know, if they're a little bit wobbly, they're very bad to get rooted. Press it down firmly. We'll keep him just above. Right. Oh, leave that one at that. So you can see how disappointed I've been with these plants in these last 2 years. And I don't know whether it's me or whether I received a plant from somewhere and it started off all this chain reaction amongst my other plants. But I'll never know that. So the only thing I can do is try my best to try and sort it out and see what's what. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.